Hi, I'm Don, and this is the Hobbyist Geek. Today we are going to continue issue 22 of our Ecto build. We have parts for stage 80 here, and it looks like we're gonna start on a door! Looks like the driver's side door, but let's go ahead and crack it open and see what we got. And here are the parts we get with this issue. We have the left front door, the driver's door right here. And we have a mirror support and the door handle. We have a hinge cover, the hinge itself. We've got the logo sticker, a couple washers, and some screws. But because I can never leave well enough alone, I have another mod! This is the Mike Lane rub-on door transfer kit. He actually sells these logos, which are more accurate than this one. As you can see, this one is just a bit too large. This is the one that comes with the model. These are more accurate. These are the traditional style of logo. I got the Sedgwick style, which is more accurate to the first Ghostbusters movie, one of my personal favorites. Mike actually sells these as either vinyl stickers or rub-on transfers, and he sells the Sedgwick as well as the traditional style. It's really up to you as to which one you want. But as you can see, we've got some templates here. I'm going to have to cut this out, at least for the driver's side door for now. And, well, let's see if I can get this thing in place. Alright, once you've got the pieces cut out, and Mike cutting this thing out was nerve-wracking. There's not a lot of leeway between the other logos, and I was so terrified I was going to cut a finger off. But we got it, and try to make this as, well, good as you can. But the first step is going to be clean it, and Mike actually included these in the mod pack. You got a wet wipe and a dry wipe, and you're going to want to make sure the door is clean before you begin. Alright, now I've got myself a clean door here. It's also, well, it's not important to note, but putting the sticker on is really the third step in this stage. But, well, I'm an impatient kind of guy, and I've been really looking forward to putting these on for a while. Once you've got your template cut and the door clean, you can very carefully place the template right along the door, and it should line up something like this. And you're going to want to put a piece of tape on this side to hold it in place. Alright, and with that in place, we can bring out the sticker. Now, like I said, these instructions are obviously for the rub-ons. I'm not particularly sure how the vinyl stickers will differentiate from this at this stage. They're probably going to be pretty much the same. But if you take a look real close, there's a black line on the bottom of this. And that black line is going to line up right here on this, on the bottom of this cutout. There's another set of lines here at the top. And those are going to line up with a invisible line between these two corners. So it should look a little something like this. And make sure that the fingers are inside the cutout as well, as centered as you can make it. Once you've done this, you're going to want to put another piece of tape right along the top corner of the sticker to hold it in place. Alright, at this point you can actually take the mold, excuse me, the guide here off. And if you want, you could probably put a piece of tape at the bottom. It's not really necessary at this point. But here's where we want to take this little stick, and you're going to want to use the flat end, don't use the pointy end. And just slowly rub the transfer on. Alright, if you've done it right, and I really hope I did, you should be able to pull up on the bottom very carefully, and the transfer should stay on the door. If it has any issues, something that didn't transfer over, you carefully fold it back in place. That's why you want to start at the bottom and just slowly bring it up. Don't just rip it off. Alright, and there it is. Though I do have the line from the guide here. I don't think the line's on the car. I'm going to have to double check, but oh, I can just pull this off. There we go. And look at that. Look at how beautiful that is. I think I might have got an air bubble or two, but honestly, unless the light hits it in just the right way, you don't even see it. And I'm actually quite happy with this. If for whatever reason you do manage to mess one up, Mike did send a spare that comes with every kit. But there you go. Logo is applied. Alright, we're going to kick the issue off proper by putting on the mirror mount. And it should just slide right in like that. And on this side, in that little hole in there, we're going to throw a TP screw in. Alright, next up is the door handle. And it should just slide right in place just like that. And this time we're going to use an AM screw right there. Oh, look at that. The screw head came off on the AM screw. The good news is it seems to be in place and the door handle is attached just fine, so I'm not really concerned about it. But that's an interesting development. Alright, I went ahead and fixed it anyway. I was able to actually wiggle the door handle out, which would have been bad if the model was already together. And then just used a pair of pliers to unscrew the little base and replaced it with a good screw. So, woohoo! Alright, next up is the hinge. Now, interestingly, the instructions say the side of the hinge with the L should be facing the exterior of the door. Well, I don't see an L on here. I think they covered it up with the paint. I can kind of see, and I don't know if it's coming up on camera, what looks like an indentation of an L right there. So that's the side I'm going to have facing the exterior of the door, and I really hope I get this right. And with that in place, we can take the hinge cover, and that will go on just like this. And whoop. And then we cover it with some washers to help hold it in place, and a couple of RM screws to make it permanent. Alright, and with the hinge in place, man, it doesn't really move very well, does it? Not a lot of movement to that at all. That's a little upsetting. What's more is if you take a look at this, you can see how they kind of screwed up on the paint here. So I may have to file that away when the time comes to attach this to the car. But yeah, this hinge does not move very much at all. I don't know if it's supposed to or not. We'll just have to continue the build and see. But that actually completes stage 80. And there we go, another day, another issue down. I like it. There are some worrying parts here, like the hinge. But, I mean, it definitely does look good. And just look at that Mike Lane mod sticker. That's an incredible sticker. If you like the video, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And we will see you next time. Have a great day.